Well, Russian forces have struggled to make rapid headway in their efforts to topple the capital. They have made greater inroads in the south, advancing from the annexed Russian-held region of Crimea. Troops have surrounded the battered city of Mariupol and captured Melitopol and Kherson. The next stop along the coast is Odessa, a major strategic prize for President Putin. Europe correspondent Lisette Raymer reports from Odessa.
Even the historic beauty of Odessa can't distract from the brutal realities of war that are taking over the city. It is now a fortress, with tanks and tank traps, huts and hideouts, sandbagged barricades, tyre ones too, walls of protection providing a maze of defence against any enemy. But there is only one they are waiting on.
How likely do you think it is that Russian troops are here in the coming days?
This is a chat roulette, you know. I think they're here, and if they will come here, I think this will be a mistake.
Soldiers control access at every corner, eyes constantly scanning on high alert.
It's an obligation of every man to be here.
Because the fight they face will be fuelled by a passion unlike anything this war has seen so far. During World War II, Odessa fought so hard that the Kremlin honoured it with the title Hero City. Considered the pearl of the Black Sea, it is synonymous with power and prestige. But the cultural allure of the city for both sides is of secondary importance now. All of this is to block the path to the country's biggest port. If Odessa falls, Ukraine will be landlocked.
We know what we are fighting for. We are fighting for our land. We are fighting for our people. They're fighting for, I don't know, they don't even know what they're fighting for.
Founded by the Russian Empress Catherine the Great, her statue stands exposed, while her Ukrainian peers have been prepared for the shellings they soon expect. Odessa is protecting the history it is most proud of.
In normal times, this street would be bustling. It is lined with restaurants, shops, bars, cafes and clubs. But these are war times, and the only people walking down this main street are carrying weapons, not shopping bags.
The last time the famous Odessa Opera House was protected like this, it was 1945. The black and white memories of the Second World War have now been coloured in and brought to life. A midday launch of missiles sent flying across the country triggers that now all too familiar sound.
This is the third siren we've had today. We're just quickly going into a bomb shelter we found nearby.
They are not all cold concrete bunkers. This shelter is underneath a gentleman's club. Half an hour later, you re-emerge with a tale you would have likely laughed at 20 days ago.
How much has life changed here in the last 3 weeks?
Totally, absolutely, totally. Everybody have dreams, plans. We have normal life, and in one day, everything was broken.
At this popular food hall turned relief centre, there are signs of the pre-war world everywhere.
This poster reads, "Odessa is Ukraine," and underneath is a poster for an oysters and jazz festival that should have been taking place here last weekend.
Party supplies have been replaced by war supplies. Volunteers frantically package the basic needs for survival in a space usually reserved for the extravagant trimmings of a very good life.
We are all now under great risk. We work here under bomb attack, and we really don't know what happened in next day, minutes, hours.
But when the time does come, they do believe the hero city will stand victorious.
Well, Lisette is with us now live from Odessa. Lisette, how close is the threat from Russia to you there?
Well, there are new satellite images, Sam, that show Russian warships, including amphibious landing ships, amassing off the coast. Now, this is all part of Russia's ongoing attempts to cut off Ukraine from the Black Sea and effectively from the rest of the world. Experts do suggest that while that flotilla looks to be in place, it is likely waiting for land forces to arrive here that it can then link up with. And it is likely those land forces have been delayed because of the staunch resistance resistance they are facing just 100 kilometres up the coast, the next city along, the city of Mykolaiv. Now, overnight there were another 2 air raid sirens. The bunkers were a lot busier than they were the night prior. Perhaps a reflection of the change of feeling here among Odessa locals, that now with those warships edging closer, those sirens could be signalling an attack on this city as opposed to flying overhead and going north.
Ngā mihi, Lisette, thank you for that update.